Hello there everybody, Oimon here, and welcome back to Horizon Zero Dawn. So, when we last left off, we had discovered the truth about why what is left... Oh, I can't even jump up on there. Why what is left of human society is currently struggling and rebuilding itself, rather than having been lifted back up to its former glory as was the original plan. Basically, in short, Ted Farrow, the guy behind the killer robots that wiped out humanity in the first place, essentially decided that it would be better if humanity came out clean and pure rather than burdened with the knowledge of the past. Yeah, because he'd probably just lost the plot by then. So yeah, Apollo, the AI in charge of all this, was purged, destroyed, and deleted, at least to some degree. Whether some remnant of Apollo still exists somewhere is a possibility, I think. They could well be saving that for the third game, perhaps. But, yeah, so obviously humanity was ultimately kicked out of its little safety pods into a world where, you know, they were forced to basically struggle to survive. They had a basic knowledge and language and all that stuff, but aside from that, they didn't know anything about the outside world, which is why we ended up in a sort of an oldie, what's the word I'm looking for? Tribal system. Actually makes a lot of sense. Hey, Jagoth! Welcome, welcome, welcome. So yes, and then he killed everybody in this room because he didn't want them to stop him any further. Makes me wonder if there was any other damage he did. Because we also have Hades to deal with. Because Hades, as we found out, got infected by something from the outside. Some external signal got into Hades approximately 19 years ago. Gaia's only recourse was to both destroy herself and Hades in order to stop the spread of the corruption, but before she could do that, Hades separated off all the separate AIs. AIs like Hephaestus, Apollo, I forget the names of all of them off the top of my head. There's a whole bunch designed to help Gaia rebuild the world. So, technically speaking, they're not really gone rogue. It's more likely that without Gaia to control them, the AIs have evolved in random ways. Ways that are unpredictable and will likely lead to bad things in the long run, because they were all programmed to do one thing of a larger whole. Not really good. We know this in Hephaestus, who keeps making bigger and better machines. Stronger ones too. Which we of course encountered in the DLC, the Frozen Wilds. So the pieces are definitely in place, and I can easily see that, like, the next game in the series, you know, based on what I've seen from the trailer, it's probably dealing with one, if not several, of the AIs, and it's Aloy's job to fix them and return them to Gaia control. How this will all work out, if this will even all work out, I have no idea, but that's for the future anyway. For now, it looks like we got to go back to silence. Still, we at least know the truth. What there is of it. It is actually quite gratifying how much of the story we've gotten in this. Like, it's... because obviously this was set up as, like, potentially Act 1 of a series. They could easily have left a lot of things just not explained. But they did. They explained pretty much everything. And I like that. That's very good. Alright, we can go in that way. Now,
Try not to fall to your death. The master override doesn't override gravity.
Yay.
Keep holding, keep holding.
Woo, made it. Okay, where's the way back up? Up there. Ah. Go. So I don't know how much more of the game there is left. This might not be a full sort of 3-hour live stream, so I don't know. Because, you know, as far as I know, in terms of, like, solving things to do, all we've really got to do is find a way to stop Hades. I think I know how they're going to pull it off, but I could be wrong about that. I guess we'll see where it goes. Okay, up we go. Alright.
You're here.
For a moment,
What?
our journey together has come to an end, Aloy. But before I go, I think I owe it to you to tell you the rest of the story.
Go on.
Some time ago, I admitted that I'd been involved with the eclipse. But I never told you the full extent of my culpability. The truth is, I was there at the beginning. I found Hades, Aloy, buried on that mountain, trapped in that shattered titan. And I served it.
What?
It promised knowledge and delivered. Such knowledge, you have no idea.
And in exchange?
I helped create the eclipse. Helped it build a cult, an army to do its will.
Why are you telling me this now?
Because your success depends on knowing this. When I found Hades, the first thing it wanted to know about was the Spire. Not Meridian. The Spire. Now why would that be?
The Spire was created by Gaia.
Which part of Gaia?
Minerva. It's code-breaking module. Gaia built spires to transmit the codes that deactivated the Pharaoh robots, shut down their biomatter conversion systems. Hades wants to send a new transmission to wake the machines so they can devour the world all over again.
Yes. Based on what we've learned, that's my conclusion as well.
So the Eclipse, the robots they've resurrected, they're just a means to an end. An army to capture the Spire.
Yes. So Hades can exterminate life all over again. Unless you stop it.
Okay.
I want you to tell me everything. Hades, the Eclipse. Everything.
It's a long story, Aloy.
Then get started.
It began with a focus, recovered from an ancient ruin, as yours was so many years ago. In my case, the device was heavily damaged. There was just a flicker of life in it. I spent weeks studying it, attempting repairs, until finally, I succeeded. A whole new dimension of perception revealed right before my eyes. That's when I detected it. A faint signal. Out there, something was searching, just like I was.
A real kindred spirit.
I followed the signal to its source. A shattered titan, buried in the jungles of the Jew.
So you thought it was a Titan? An old war machine?
I didn't know what to think. I'd seen such wreckage before. The Grave Horde, for example. But this was different. This was not quite dead. It couldn't speak when I found it, until my repairs gave it a voice. So began an exchange of knowledge. It wanted to know everything about our world, its tribes and machines. But the Spire was always its foremost concern.
What did it want to know about the Spire?
Its precise location, the surrounding geography, who controlled the land. Meanwhile, Hades revealed to me many of the intricacies of ancient technology. It bid me to recover and repair more focuses. Before long, I had a couple dozen up and running.
Enough to equip a small army.
The commanders of one, anyway. I didn't care. I was learning so much. Physics, calculus. You have no idea.
And the Shadow Carja? How did they become involved?
The Carja Civil War was a happy coincidence. A perfect opportunity.
An opportunity? That's what it was to you?
Yes. Overnight, half the tribe was in exile, desperate to win back Holy Meridian. Their religion made them easy to manipulate. All I had to do was present Hades as the buried shadow of their mythology. So yes, it was an opportunity. I arranged for High Priest Bahavas to meet with Hades. Helis was there as well. And so the eclipse was born. Anything to bring back Holy Meridian.
But Hades didn't care about Meridian. And neither did you.
We live in a world of fallen cities and vanished tribes. What were a few more? Besides, I was too busy setting up the cult's focus network to Hades' specifications. A thrilling technical challenge, especially with the alterations I included of my own design.
The ability for you to spy on them.
Yes. I may have been foolish enough to serve Hades, but I was never so foolish that I trusted it. I installed what the ancients used to call a back door in the network. Secret access, empowering me to monitor all activity and communications.
Makes sense. Yeah, a lot of this is sort of falling into place now. Yeah, makes sense. Silence found it. I mean, it would make sense that he found it because he's the one obsessed with the past and technology and all that stuff. Yeah, okay.
What made you turn on Hades? It certainly wasn't your conscience.
Actually, I was troubled the first time I saw the Eclipse raise an ancient war robot with my technology. I questioned Hades about its intentions.
A little late.
Indeed. I'd already outlived my usefulness. When I completed work on the Focus Network, Hades summoned me to receive my reward. The next moment, I heard it broadcast my kill order. I've been a fugitive ever since.
So when did I come into this? Our path together?
When Olin stumbled on you. System threat detected. That got my attention. A kill order against a savage Nora girl? Why would Hades bother with that? But then I saw that this Nora girl was wearing a focus and bore an uncanny resemblance to a great scientist of the old world. Helis moved quickly. I thought you were dead. But then I detected your focus inside the Nora mountain. The more I observed you, the more convinced I became of your extraordinary nature and usefulness. Through you, I could finally discover the secrets of the Earth. I vowed to do everything I could to ensure your success. The rest, as they used to say, is history.
You've done terrible things, Silence. But you've also done what you could to undo them. I can't say you've balanced the scale, but at least you've tried.
To be clear, Aloy, I would do it all again. A few more safeguards, perhaps, but basically the same.
Really. So much for learning from mistakes.
I've done all I can. From here on out, the rest is up to you. Take my lance. Fit the master override to it, and you have a means of injection.
Then I just need to get close enough to Hades' skull to stab it in?
Exactly.
Oh, no problem. Silence! Where will you go?
Elsewhere and everywhere. There's so much more to discover before the world ends.
And all this?
I leave it to you, of course. As it turned out, it was yours all along. I was merely trespassing.
Interesting. Like, legitimately, that does answer quite a lot of the questions that were remaining. I do like that. I do like that we've actually had pretty much all the questions answered. And there is still enough sort of left over for the sequel that we know is coming. I think I will play that when it comes out. I don't know when it'll come out on PC. Because, like, this game didn't come out until, like, 3 years after I think it first came out. 3 or 4. It's been out for a while. I don't know if that was specifically like an exclusivity thing. I can't, I would imagine that like PlayStation does have certain exclusivity deals going on. Or it could have been like a technical limitation or something like that. I'm not exactly sure. Anyway, it looks like we got some stuff here, so...
Task is complete.
Yes. The focus network is active, built to your specifications. Check it yourself if you must. I'll wait. But I remind you of the reward you've been withholding. Quantum processing.
Data has been compiled. Volume too great for transfer.
How inconvenient for me.
Come before me. You shall receive your reward.
Very well.
Helis. Threat detected inside Eclipse.
Speak its name, O Shadow, and it will die.
You will eliminate this one. Silence.
Silence. Yes. A truth whispered at night is seen in the day. He was never one of us. It will be done.
That was the moment Hades turned on silence. Fair enough.
I traveled far to find you. I heard your transmission. It was you, wasn't it?
Entity is not known.
I'm called Silence. And you are. I don't think you'd have called out if it wasn't something you wanted. You called, I responded. Will you tell me your name?
Hades.
You are a creation of the ancients. A war machine.
Define timeline.
Time? Ah. It is the 13th king of the Karja Sanctum's reign.
Define Karja.
We're getting ahead of ourselves. Were you created by the ancients? I wonder how long you waited here, buried, until I chanced upon you. How long you'd have to wait for another. You're obviously very powerful, but you're not going to get anywhere without me.
Titan flame merely houses intellect. Define Karja.
Now that's more like it.
Hey.
They're coming.
Preparations are complete.
Ah, Lucent Bahavas. Behold, as I promised you.
What manner of great machine is this? I've never seen such a thing. Stay! Stay your ground, Karja in shadow.
Incorrect. Bow before the buried shadow.
The buried shadow, I don't understand.
Did Araman understand the glint hawk that perched upon the alight?
It speaks scripture.
Araman followed the shadow cast from the spire.
To the mesa where Holy Meridian was founded.
You will follow the shadow once more.
I am a righteous man, chosen of the sun. But in times of need, the powers of shadow can accomplish what the sun alone cannot. Will you return to us what is ours, O shadow of prophecy?
An army is required. Obey, and Meridian is yours.
Of our obedience you can be certain.
Fair enough. Okay. Ooh, fancy. Skill point. And a bunch of experience. Very good. Ooh, so close to the top. Okay. Some stuff in the notebook. More of these, which I've found quite a lot of. Boy, howdy, have I. Yeah, we've already done all of that, haven't we? Okay, and hey, look, my thing's gone purple. Isn't that nice? Okay. So that's spear damage up, and one of these too. More spear damage up, I guess. Fair enough. Does seem to be all I've got. Well, I'll take it. I do like to use the spear quite a lot, so upping its damage is definitely worth it in my opinion. Okay.
I have to tell Avad that the Eclipse are ready to strike. After what happened with Derval, I know he'll defend the city. But the Spire...
Okay, so, but before we do that, there's one other thing I've got. I finally found all 3 power cells, which means it's somewhere around here. Replace power cells? Okay. Next to Mother's Rise. Well, we'll go here. Haven't been around to this area for a while. Wait. Oop. Go back journal. What? Why did I suddenly pick up this? Tracking infection to Gaia Prime site. Construction is well underway. Reactor installed. Why did I suddenly get this out of nowhere? I don't know. That's very strange.
Slow and steady does it.
Oh wait, was that one of... Hang on. Oh, it was one of the repaired files. Right, yes. Because we got these things that were like damaged. So, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then a voice recording that was damaged. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's nice. Well, there you go. Fair enough. So they do actually just pop out over time then, do they? That's actually pretty cool. Alright. We need to get into... Where are we going exactly? I think it's over here somewhere. In fact, it's exactly over here. I don't know what this armor is going to be like, but I'm hoping it's going to be good after all the shit I had to go through in order to get it. Well, I'm glad that was water. After I jumped, I thought, hang on, what if it's just a puddle? Okay.
Those clamps have the armor locked in place. Maybe there's a way to power up the mechanism.
I do wonder, like, was this the armor that what's her name was wearing when she left? Like, is she here somewhere? Is this where she went to? Possible. Ooh, apparently I missed that one somewhere along. No, I think I already got that, hadn't I? Yeah, okay. Right, come on, scooch your way through. Alright. 1.
Only 2 more.
2.
Just 1 more.
And
There we go. The last one. All powered up. Now to get the dials in position.
that's
There
a
must be
90.
some kind of code.
Right, so that's presumably 90. You're presumably 360. 450 is you. What is it? 630? 546. So we'll turn back that way.
Did it. Let's have a look at that armor inside. Alright. Now let's see what we can do with this material.
Sweet. Shield you. Ooh. I'm assuming that I've just got that now. Ooh. That's it? Seals were against blinding effects. No, that's not right. That's not the right one at all. Is it this one? Nope. So did I get it or didn't I? Ah, we gotta... Why? Why can't you just give me the thing? I don't know why not. Ancient technology, salvaged by alloy, stitched in leather, protects a damage-absorbing force shield, takes time to recharge when depleted. Really? Ooh, shiny. Alright, so it looks like I've got an extra layer of health on top of my health. That's cool. I don't really know if that's any good though, because like what's its defense number? Like it doesn't have a specific like okay. It doesn't have a specific number for its defense, so it could mean that I could take an easy hit, or it could mean that, you know, it's a flat rate, or what. I don't know what it could be. Oh, maybe we'll get into some combat and see. All right, let's test this thing out because we've got it now. We might as well take it for a ride somewhere. Interesting. So that's nice. So it recharges pretty quickly. Let's see what we got. Okay. So yeah. Use it. I mean, I went all this way to find it, so I may as well bloody use the damn thing, right? Could come in handy. I mean, considering they make you wait pretty much until this point, like you cannot get it any earlier than this. Okay, so based on that, I guess we'll start at the beginning of the end. And we'll see what, if anything, really happens. Because I don't know how much of the more of the game there is left. I'm assuming that we're heading towards the final confrontation now, but I don't know how long that's going to take. So I guess I should start it sooner rather than later. And if it ends up being short-lived, then I can always find something else to do. We'll see. Come on, load already, will ya? All right. Here. Okay. Do we have a lot of anything in particular? No, it looks like we're doing alright on most things. Sell that. We do have a lot of wood in stock. But we're heading towards the final boss, so I should probably just, you know, keep it. Always dump it later.
Should be other fighting machines chasing around here.
Well, I'm afraid I've got good news and bad news. The good news is I've worked everything out. The bad news is we're probably all going to die.
Sure as the
Ahoy.
Aloy, what brings you to Meridian?
A threat. Helis commands a legion of fanatics called the Eclipse. They will attack soon from the west, with an army of ancient war machines. But that's not the worst of it. They'll bring a mind with them. God, demon, machine, whatever you want to call it. It's called Hades. And it doesn't want Meridian at all. It wants the Spire. And if it gets there, it will send out a call, waking more ancient machines, more than we could ever defeat. All will be lost. We can't let that happen.
I'm trying to understand, but my responsibility lies with Meridian.
Meridian isn't the target, Avad. You have to defend the Spire.
Perhaps the Vanguard, Your Radiance.
Yes, send them to the Spire. Aaron knows Aloy. He won't question it.
And have the city guard fortify the western ridge. There they can be seen to protect Meridian and the Elite, where the Spire rests.
Aloy, allow me to apologize for my behavior before. After everything that happened with Ursa, I was confused. If we're to fight together on the brink of life and death, I'd prefer to do so with your forgiveness.
Then you have it. As long as you don't confuse me with her again.
Even a king can learn his lesson. Good then. I'm glad that's behind us. Now, it will take time to prepare our defenses. Please, tell me what you know of our enemies. Everything.
I don't know about everything, but I'll tell you what I can.
Have you spoken to Blameless Murad?
Not yet, but I will.
He wishes to speak to you. Defensive preparations are his responsibility.
Okay, fair enough. I guess I told him during cutscene. It could have been a nice way to summarize everything, you know, but oh well, whatever. I already know all the answers. Most of them, anyway. Alright, so it looks like we're gearing up for war. Not a big surprise,
Quietly
really.
does it. Panic in the city will only create another enemy. And do keep me appraised of each new arrival. Ah, Aloy. Preparations are underway on the ridge defenses and at the spire. Word was sent to every corner of the Sundom. Our allies offered their steel. Some came for Meridian, others for shards. But many came for you, by name.
For me.
Don't be so humble.
The ridge will be the front line. That's where the city guard are holding?
Yes, bolstered by some of the irregulars, I suppose. The Osseron cannons that thundered Meridian's walls in the Liberation will now defend us. You're welcome to tour the defenses.
And the spire. Erend and the Vanguard are there?
Indeed. Clashing breastplates together and testing out their battle cries, I suppose. A number of the Nora have also arrived at the spire. They have resisted the offer of a royal audience. Perhaps you could parley with them.
I will. I suppose all we can do is wait for the attack.
Exactly. It's not a feeling I cherish, but our spotters at Evening Sign report there's still no movement in the west. So, if there's more you need to do elsewhere, seize this time to do it. Otherwise, I've made the apartment of Olin Delverson available to you. You can sleep there, if sleep comes.
Okay.
Dawn breaking. Every time's different.
It's a little past dawn, I think. Ooh, damage 35 repaired. Another one, huh? I thought your prime was November. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait, Odyssey. Odyssey launched. Oh yes, the Odyssey was the ship that was leaving Earth to go to another solar system in the hope of surviving. Not a terrible idea, but... Alright, so what have we got in terms of... That's rest. We've also got... preparations. Let's do that. We'll have a look, shall we? Nope, another one? Or is that the same one? No, that's the same one. It just hadn't faded away from before.
Petra!
Here she is, the guest of honor. I knew there was something about you. Hammered from the stuff they make leaders out of. And I don't say that to every Nora girl who blows through my town.
That happens to you a lot?
Had to build a wall to fend them off.
Good thing I'm persistent then.
I've missed our little talks. Murad asked me to look over the city arsenal. These guns have aged well. That runs in the Osram, no? They were the pride of the Mainspring Forges, so I've taken greater pride in improving them.
Can I try one?
Everybody wants a turn. Have at it then. The target should put up a little less of a fight than those bandit raiders did.
Hey, Dragon's Den. Welcome, welcome.
It's nice and wide. No need to aim it like a bow.
Kaboom.
Good. Try the next.
Where are the targets? Come on, it's gotta be another one somewhere. No. Is it just... Ah, no, there it is.
See? That'll knock a machine on its ass, ancient or no. With these, I can hold off an army.
Nice.
You know that I appreciate your help, Petra. This battle, I don't know what's gonna happen.
We'll see each other again, I know it. Next time could be the time I'll convince you to stick with the free heap.
Petra, you know
I do. Always had a weakness for restless girls, though.
Fair enough.
Have you just polished that armor, Uzid?
Of course.
Isn't that a little...
Geneva, they called you back to duty.
So, you're the one behind all this commotion. Who made Sun King Avad finally show his sword arm from behind those robes?
A king can be fierce and fair, Geneva. He's a good man.
A smart man, too. He had Murad offer all my prisoners a royal pardon if they'd fight for Meridian. The whole motley lot of them agreed. Didn't take much convincing.
With your kind of convincing, I don't doubt it.
Ha! This time I went easy on them. Those who commit the crime of attacking Meridian, they'll see less of my lenient side. May the sun blaze at your back, Aloy.
So everybody's here.
Nakoa, you came to fight.
How could I not? During the Red Raid, there was only one Karja butcher the Nora feared more than Zaid.
Helis.
I would stand against any army he leads, no matter how strong, for the Nora he terrorized, for myself, and for my father.
We'll stop him. You have my word.
Your word means a lot, especially now. Because of you, I hear the sacred land is opened. If we win, I can go home. It'll be good to see Jan again. I'm with you, Aloy. Until the end.
Oh, very nice. So yeah, everybody I did a little side quest for back in the day is like shown up. That's a nice touch.
How many men do you think you'll kill in the battle, Lucid?
As many as I have to.
Hey.
Alita, I'm pleased to see you, but what are you doing here?
I'm helping prepare for the battle. If Atral were here, we would have fought together. I know it. So I'm doing everything I can. Digging battlements, collecting herbs, anything that makes a difference. I can't take his place. Nothing can take his place. But I'm here for him, for both of us.
I understand what it was he saw in you.
He'll always be with me. Sun and shadow still meet for a moment, every dawn and dusk. I should give you this, to help in the battle. By the sun, I hope you don't need it.
Thank you, Alita. Be safe.
We all have our place in the order of things.
Hello, you.
Aloy, I told you I'd be here.
You did, Teb. But have your wounds even had time to heal?
Honestly, if I fought, I'd probably come undone. But don't worry, I'll leave that to the other Nora at the Spire. I brought supplies instead. These Karja have made me an honorary quartermaster, whatever that means.
It sounds impressive.
I could get used to it. We'll be setting up caches of arms and medicine under these banners. Look for them when the fighting starts. Aloy, when you went into the mountain, did the goddess tell you our chances?
She didn't need to. I know we can do this, Teb.
Maybe we can.
That's a nice
Try to
spear,
get past me.
Lucid.
They'll have to fight.
Thank you.
My word.
I like the way you grip it.
Enough, woman.
Another one? Blimey, these things are popping off real quick. As you might trick-or-treating, dressed up like me. He's already scheduled to fly out to G Prime for final inspection. Ted was here too. He's not looking good. Get fidgeting. I struck out long ago. Basically went to the terminal phase of the color sky when I was flying over here. Wasn't clue enough. Another 2 or 3 weeks and the atmosphere won't be breathable. Last vestiges of European and West American Civ brigades are trapped with their backs against the Atlantic. Swarms that scuttle across Antarctica is crossing the Straits of Magellan, about to start its death crawl up South America towards the Amazon. All the work we did to reconstitute the rainforest all comes to this. Noose is tightening. Yeah. Tick-tock for them, I guess.
Little Huntress, you called, so here I am.
Ready to fight?
Fight? I thought you just wanted tea and conversation. Is there a battle coming? I wasn't informed.
Well, that can't be true. You're always informed.
Ah, so I am. We've only met a few times, and yet you know me so well.
I don't think I know you at all. But I'd like to.
When I hear that line, it usually means something else. Can I tell you a secret?
Of course.
I've been waiting for this fight my whole life. The enemy we face today is the same that turned Meridian into a slave pit and Sunfall into a bloodbath. Fanatics who torture and murder mothers, fathers, families, children, and say it's the will of the sun. I hate them, Aloy. I've got the scars of their whips on my back to prove it. And today, we can get rid of them once and for all. I said I came for you, but that was only half the truth. I came for them. This time, they're not getting away.
I'm with you, Vanasha. We'll fight them together.
And I won't forget it, little huntress. Tomorrow, may the sun rise in a better world.
Let's hope.
Aloy?
At ease, Uthid. Meridian will be glad to have you on its side. And I am too.
The honor is mine. You saved my epitaph from being a fine soldier, but a fool of a man.
I'm hoping you won't need any kind of epitaph just yet.
As the sun wills. When you found me, I was trying to eke out a glorious death. But now, a glorious life seems more preferable. To watch Edelman play in the low gardens again. Still surrounded by a dozen guards, but... what you did, Aloy, it was done well. Although, I can't shake this road, Vanasha. She delights in goading me, like brazen colors waved before a behemoth.
Do you want me to ask her to stop?
No. I accept it. Well then. Meridian shall stand and shadow shall fall. I swear it.
Here's to that, Uthid.
Anyone else, or is that your lot? Anything in this?
Prince Edelman escaped Sunfall. Praise the Sun King for saving him without bloodshed.
I guess that was a lot of them. I wonder if there could have been a few more if I'd have made different decisions. I do wonder that, like, would there be different groups of people if I'd made different decisions, I guess? Alright, looks like we're going to have to do this one manually, unfortunately. There's the spire, which we know is what sent out the signal to turn off all the Pharaoh robots.
Doesn't mean he's any less guilty. He should...
Ooh, another one of those? No, that's the same one. Stop popping that up as if it's important. It's not, I've already got it. Alright, so we go this way and then up. I have been up there already. And I did say, I don't remember, actually, did I say it or did I just think it? I don't remember. But I did sort of at least think that, hey, this is like the one important place I haven't been to yet. Because I knew there was a town up here, because I've been up here before. And, ooh, hello.
Aratak? I didn't expect you to come all this way.
It's true, I am a stranger in this green and snowless land. Aurea forgave the Karja, but I never did. Still, I was compelled to come for my once chieftain. It's good to see you leading again. This young ice hunter seeks to prove herself also. Her spark reminds me of Aurea's in our youth. And I'm proud to take my place behind you on this hunt. A great challenge.
Survive and prevail, right?
There is no other way.
I wasn't expecting the DLC characters to show up. That's a nice touch.
You're the hunter from the new crew.
I remember you also, Nora. The machines shook free of their slumber after you arrived. Raged and fought.
Well, that wasn't my fault.
No, I'm thanking you. That night I decided I would not go back to Manor. I would take my hunt into these lands. So many machines, even demons. Spidery, skittering, without the blue light in them. Dead things that must be killed again.
Our enemies dug up an army of them.
An army. Yes, that's why I came. Good. I'll wait.
Fair enough. Well, I'm glad some people are eager for a battle. Don't know what the last fight's gonna be, but it should be interesting at least. Should be interesting. Ooh, hello. You got a name, or are you just random person soldier? Nope, you got a name.
Talana, why are you here?
I'm your hawk. Where else would I be?
Defending Meridian with Avad?
I leave that to the rest of the lodge. I will not stand aside while one of mine fights alone. Not again.
Are you sure you...
You're risking your life for all of us. You can't ask me to stand by and watch. Not when I have the power to change it.
Then I won't ask you.
It's settled. I will fight by your side. My only request...
Name it.
Leave the biggest machine for me.
No promises.
She was the Hunter's Lodge person. And here we have the random town. I knew this was going to be important because I remember coming up here, finding it totally empty. I thought, that's something that will be important later. So we know that that's the tower that was used to send out the signal that shut down Pharaoh. I wonder what it was, because like as soon as you see it, because like it completely draws your eye in because it totally dominates the landscape. So you can't but not see it, really. And it's like, it's obviously like Hades wants to take it over to destroy it and just, ooh, it'll be a fun fight. Hello, you three. Surprised you're here.
Greetings, Aloy. Don't. You don't need to bow. The Anointed doesn't like it.
She doesn't much like being called Anointed, either. It means a lot to have you here, Varl.
I gave my word.
So, Meridian, what do you think?
I've seen many new things since I first met you. I should thank you.
Varl, what's wrong?
You really want to know? All right. I'm in a foreign land, a tainted land, defending a faithless city that looks like nothing I've seen. From something I can't imagine. And you, after all that's happened, all you've done, I feel like I should drop to my knees and worship you, but I know you don't want that.
Boy, things are pretty tough for you, huh? Thanks for telling the other Nora not to bow. It's the last thing I need.
Don't be too hard on them. They only joined this fight because the Anointed bid it so.
Is that why you came?
No. I would have come just to see you one more time. And we must fight another double because the goddess says, or because you say.
I think the goddess and I are in agreement. We're both glad you're here.
So am I.
Can I talk to everybody, or is it just him? That's just him. Who else we got? Anyone else kicking around that I can interact with and chat with? Probably not. Oh, hello. Who are you?
It rises taller than the highest tree.
These Carja in their frilled armor look like turkeys.
But there are so many.
War Chief Sona. War Chief, you seem uncomfortable.
The Nora do not belong here. I do not belong here. I will fight the metal devil that threatens us all, but my place is in the sacred land. The wrongness here jags at me like an arrowhead.
I'm sorry to put you through this.
Do not be sorry. This will be ended. My spear, my word.
Fair enough. Well, at least she's, you know, committed. I'll give him that. Definitely committed. I wonder if that hunter guy would have been here if I hadn't killed him earlier. But I mean, he did ask for it, so...
So who are these guys?
They call themselves the Eclipse.
What does that even mean?
Aloy. So here we are again, gearing up for a fight. Only this time it sounds like the bad guys have a lot more firepower. What are we up against, really?
I'm not sure. But there's gonna be a lot of them, and they'll have machines. And if they get past us, it's not just Meridian that will fall. The rest of the world will go with it.
That's big. It sounds like our kind of fight. Right, guys? Well, where do they put the Vanguard?
At the front of the line!
And why?
Steel before iron!
And what are we gonna do?
Hit them like a hammer till they can't hit back!
Damn right! You hear that? Nobody's getting past the Vanguard. We're here for Meridian. And we're here for you.
Thank you, Aaron. Ursa would be proud.
Only if we win.
That's fair, I guess. That one hit? Oh, hey, the last one of those. Between what 46 hours since Harris warned me, so collapse of the eastern line was imminent, swarms launching some kind of pincer movement. 5 or 6 days more, I think I could have launched without our help, I really do. Had to scramble, ZD became a madhouse, absolute bedlam, every team rushing to stabilize code and lock it down. As Gammas got evacuated, then Betas. Once Gaia was on her way, gathered the Alphas together, give them the bad news. Felt like I was going to throw up, but they already knew, of course. They knew the work wasn't really finished. Close, but not quite there. Still tests to run, kinks to smooth out, work to do. So they accepted it. No Elysium for us. We'll spend the rest of our lives here testing and polishing each subordinate function to perfection. Guess that's what you get when you recruit a bunch of obsessive perfectionists. Managed not to cry until I got back to my office. So here we are, setting up Gaia Prime, and yeah, such a close thing makes me feel nauseated all over again when I contemplate how the fate of life could hinge on coincidence. If I'd never proposed the Lightkeeper protocol, then there never would have been living spaces constructed here. If I abandoned the protocol sooner, the necessary life support systems would never have been installed. If. At least we won't have to endure the creepiness of raising and training clones of ourselves. The genetic material was never processed out of the cradle site, so it's not even possible. For which I'm glad. I really wouldn't want to spend my time around a young Travis Tate raised by Travis Tate. No, it's ended up to us perfect Gaia, one generation only. Update. That was General Harris. The assailant has collapsed. USRC expects to be overrun in 2 days. Gives us 72 hours at best to lock down and seal up. Buried alive for life's sakes. Huh. The genetic material was never processed out of the cradle sites. Oh, right, the genetic material they put in there. I was going to say, wait, did they never put their genetic material in there? Well, then, you know, how did Aloy get born if that was the case? But no, I think what she means is that the genetic material was never put anywhere else other than the baby growing sites, whatever they were called. Okay, then. Okay. So, we'll go back to Meridian. And then we'll take a break, I think. Because it is pretty much 4 o'clock. So we'll take a break. And then I guess we'll end it when I come back. I don't know how long this is going to take. I don't really know what to expect. Although I'm willing to bet I could probably hazard a guess at what they're going to throw at me. At least on some levels. It's probably going to be things like, what were they called? The Reapers? Hang on, what were they called? The really big ones. Deathbringers, that's it. We're probably going to be seeing at least a Deathbringer. And probably some of the really big ones like Thunderjaws and Behemoths. I hope they don't have Rock Breakers. I really don't like Rock Breakers. And there'll probably be Corruptors. Yeah. Most of the rest are the animal-based ones more than anything else, so we could have some Bellowbacks. But they're all going to be corrupted, at least on some level, so that's going to be fun. Anyway. Yeah, okay. So you know what? We'll stop here. We'll take a break, and then when we get back, we'll bring an end to this one way or another. See you in a minute, guys. And we're back. Alright. Let's end this. And we'll see where this goes. As I said, it's going to be a big battle because that's literally what we're doing here. It's a battle, so... yeah.
Bowen's apartment feels empty. Should I sleep? Did I leave anything unfinished?
Probably. I mean, in terms of like things I actually didn't do, in terms of quests, there's that one where I just got to kill a bunch of fire claws. Like I care. Technically there was that third one in the hunting ground that I never quite got around to doing. Like I care. And a couple of tutorials that I honestly couldn't be arsed to do. I can do those in my own time. It's not a big issue. You know, once we're done with the actual series, not a problem at all. So, I think we're good to go. Rest before battle? No way back. No, there will be. There will be. There's always a way back. Because it's an open world game and they're not just going to cut you off. So let's do this.
How could you sleep, Elizabeth, with a weight like this pressing on you? How did you, Rost, after you lost your family? Silence? Are you there? Guess I shouldn't ask ghosts for advice.
Oh, hey, all alloys joined, huh? That's nice. I think I leveled up too.
Ma'am, there are signs from the west. Sun King Avad awaits you at the Temple of the Sun.
What do we got then?
Campfires, perhaps? Massing forces for the long march to the city gates?
That's not with smoke.
What is it?
The end. Or how it begins, anyway.
Okay, that was an explosion. Yep, there's the Deathbringers.
The Deathbringers you spoke of?
To the guns! To the guns! Now!
By the sun, do as she says!
Set loaded! All of you, be ready to fire!
Will the guns hold them back?
We're about to find out.
Uh-oh.
Peerless!
No! Rally the vanguard. Send reinforcements.
Aloy, no!
We need those guns!
He will cut you down!
Not this time!
Looks like we're going after Helis.
Should have fought me in the sunray vent.
Alright, where are we going? Oh, hello. You've got a lot of health.
It's giving way!
Oh, that's not good. That's not good.
Take you down.
Alright, let's get some fire arrows. And
I am chosen. You came from nothing.
Keep him away.
gotcha.
Chosen. This was not meant to be.
Oh, this hurts. None of this was meant to be. Eh.
None of this was meant to be Hughes. You made it happen. Followed your orders, butchered so many, and for what? To die on your knees, used like a pawn by a power you don't even understand.
You pity me?
Turn your face to the sun.
That made it look way too easy. Yeah, sure, you just sort of gently slide the knife into someone like that. That's very simple. Especially, you know, right on the rib cage. It's just so easy to push something through there. It's like Jello, really. Hey. Yoink. Alright, nice. Okay. Now all this shit.
Should have brought a cart.
Alright, what else we got? Where the hell am I going right now? I don't even know. Apparently the door.
Wind must have torn down from the mountains.
Oh, you see, that don't look good.
For Meridian! Hold the line!
Yoink.
Where do you need me?
Take up a cannon! On the platform!
Oh, that's right. There we go.
Gotta get to another platform.
Do I? What's wrong with this one? Looks good to me. There's a lot of damage. I'll take it. Quite not enough. Hey. Another one done. Where am I looking? South? Where? Actually, let's go to this platform because... Come on. too far away from that. Oh, hello. Where the fuck did you come from? There we go. That's come on.
Time to go.
Woo! Okay. Get them all? No. Go over there. Ooh, yep. Come on, direct, will you? Woo! Big explosions. That's what we want. Yes. Give us the big gun for the big final fight. That's what you want.
Lower your arms, but be wary.
Chance to catch a breath and prepare.
I guess we could try to do that. Top that up. Anything else? Something's gonna happen.
Raise arms again. West.
West. On that side. Yoink.
It's taking a shot at me.
Come on. Yeah. Hits. Fire it.
Deathbringer fire incoming.
No, you can fire further than that. Wow, Deathbringers are easy with these things. Considering how much trouble I had that one time I had to fight one manually. There we go, there's it. Ooh. We good? I think that's everything. What now? Ooh, what are you firing? Oh no, flyers. I don't like flyers. Really don't like flyers. Hold still. Gotcha. Anything else? Yeah, we'll be fine. Definitely want to get rid of him. Next. Go. You go down. Oh, is that another Deathbringer over there? Great. Alright, where are you? Not far enough away? Good shot. Oh no, that's a big bird. You know, like you the big birds. Nah, I don't. I'm fine with this. Whoa, okay, that happened. Yep, okay. Try that again. Okay, maybe I should switch to the other side. 1 second, 1 second. No, don't do that. I need that. Oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, there you are. Oh, you move at the last second to get. There we go. Done again. And again. Come on. There we go. Fortunately, it's a very bad shot. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Do it again. I am very glad it's given me this gun. I could not imagine taking all these things down without it. We good? Oh, apparently we're good. Oh no, we're not good. That's 3 death bringers. Give me the gun again. I can take them. Then again, maybe not. And I was doing so well. Just give me the gun. It was fine. It was a great gun. I loved it. Oh, is that? Was that Hades?
Aloy.
Big ball?
Aloy! Aloy! My oh mother, you survived. I thought you were killed.
The others, are they?
No, wounded, but alive, mostly. The machines blasted through, then kept going. They marched on the spire, dragging that thing with them.
Take care of the others, Teb. I've gotta go.
Ooh. Well, looks like we're going. It looks like we're going to the spire. Yeah, that's not good. Where are we going? I cannot see a thing. Here we go.
Aloy, go! We'll draw them. Now
You sure?
Through some shadow.
I got it.
Or my marks are nothing.
Honestly, you guys, what would you do without me? Can't even take out a basic long leg. Where the hell even am I right now, according to the map? Oh, really? Okay, so I'm gonna have to worm my way down that way, am I?
Stocking up.
My strength is not yet spent. I earned it by ice and snow. I will answer your challenge. Nobody turns away from a challenge.
Yes, no, our center.
Alright. Need more medical herbs. 1 second, need to top up my stock. Here we go. Yoink. And yoink.
Never know when I might need these.
Oh, well, I can imagine. We're probably going to need them pretty soon, actually. Alright. Okay, well, at least that's my medicine topped back up again. After it left me with just, well, surprisingly small amount. I suppose I could temporarily have equipped the... Oh, no, cutscene time.
It's begun. Hades is transmitting.
Why would there be a visible signal? That's not how transmissions work. Oh, that's not good. Well,
They must have gotten through the defenses. Aaron's vanguard. I have to get up there.
well, yeah. Seeing as you're the one with the deactivation code for it. Looks like we're off. Oop. You didn't need to grab it like that. You could have just... Never mind. Alright. Whoa.
Gotta keep going.
Oh, okay. Round we go.
Keep pushing. Knew this wouldn't be easy. So no holding back.
So Hades looked like it was just a giant ball thing. Whoa. Hey guys.
Aloy! It's Aloy! Well, you can see that. We thought you'd fallen at the ridge.
No, the ridge fell on me. Look, there isn't a lot of time left. I have to face Hades.
Not alone.
It's my fight. I can't ask you to come with me.
We were about to go over the top anyway, right? Right.
Hawk and Thrush, let's go.
I should
okay.
stock up. Last chance.
I always wonder why this little down bit was here. Okay, well, guess we're gonna do this. Can I even go across here? Is this... Yeah, that's fine. Or not. Wait, how am I supposed to... Oh, right. Hang on. My mistake. Didn't realize the stairs were that gone. But apparently they were. So, yeah, apparently we're fighting a giant ball. Oh, there it is. Yep, that's Hades, alright. Hades' core, presumably.
Arrival of entity has been anticipated. Entity will not halt transmission. To contrary, calculations are precise. Presence of entity has been accounted for.
That was not there a second ago. Hi. This could be a problem. Right, okay. First time I've taken care of one of these, you can do it again. Let's use some fire arrows, shall we? We can warm things up a bit.
corrupted, Aloy!
Don't let them overrun us!
Oh, hello.
We got them!
Give me time to pop. That was the wrong button. Give me time to let my shield regenerate. Working on it, working on it, working on it. Nice. Sorry, you guys keep piling on the pressure. Get it overheated, please. What was that?
Time enough to get the missions back.
Take them out first!
More machines, you say? Oh, yes, more machines. Hello, guys. How we doing? Oop, ran out of ammo. And I'm out of resources for these arrows too. That's not good. Keep moving. Time to go. Why am I suddenly out of resources? I have plenty. Woo! Okay, that's good.
Intensify aggression.
Aloy, they're going after you!
Come on. Get more shit.
Time I've got left.
We've taken out the corrupted.
We are life takers and the speed breakers are.
My way is clear.
It's down. Time to do what you came for, Aloy.
Woo! That went quite well, actually. Whew! Deathbringer down. That was a tougher fight than I remember it being. I'm trying to think, actually, was the first Deathbringer I fought, was it corrupted or was it just a normal one? Because that seemed much tougher than I remember the original corrupted fight being. Hello.
System threat imminent.
I'm more than a threat.
Ooh, Hades. FAS. Whoa, hang on. Quantum processing module. Machine intelligence exceeds Turing 1.0. CPM is interface with transmission array. Ooh. Non-native machine intelligence. Non-native, huh? Interesting. Shocking.
Master override armed. To activate state name and rank.
Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Purging extinction protocol.
Well, that's one of the AIs dead, but we've still got another, what was it, 10 more? It definitely seemed to imply when you scanned it that there was more going on with Hades. It said non-native AI. You can see her? I can't see her. Where is she? Data integrity recorded.
Okay, Gaia. Sorry about that. Where was I?
You were telling a story.
Right. Yeah, so, like I was saying, it was a children's electronics kit, but I'd hacked the wiring to an auto battery and solar PV. So the grass caught fire. And, so did a tall pine that had stood there, I don't know, maybe 100 years.
Query. You were how old?
6. My mother was home, thank God, so she called the fire department, and after, she took me out to the lawn and showed me the dead baby birds, because there were nests in the pine tree.
Query. What did you feel?
I'm not sure. I remember yelling that I didn't care, and that's when my mother took my face in her hands and spoke.
Query. What did she say?
She said I had to care. She said, Elizabeth, being smart will count for nothing if you don't make the world better. You have to use your smarts to count for something. To serve life, not death.
You often tell stories of your mother, but you are childless.
I never had time. Guess it was for the best.
If you had had a child, Elizabeth, what would you have wished for him or her?
I guess I would have wanted her to be curious. And willful, unstoppable, even. But with enough compassion to heal the world. Just a little bit. Anyway, that's all I've got for now, Gaia. Time to tuck in.
I wish you a pleasant sleep, Elizabeth.
Thank you. I'll catch you tomorrow.
Oh, here we go. These are the credits. I thought we were getting like another scene or something. No, it's credits time. That's a different way to do the credits. So yeah, there you have it. That was Horizon Zero Dawn. An interesting thing to note there at the end, how you had the triangle-shaped flowers around Elizabeth's body there, because those are the shapes you find around the flower, like the metal flowers. And that's. Oh, I wonder if that means something. Like maybe the metal flowers are. I don't know, because like in terms of the lore, the metal flowers are never explained. They're just a collectible. I don't remember if there was ever anything that explained what the metal flowers were. But maybe they're places where people died or something? I don't know what that could be. Interesting. That's sort of posed up a tiny little wrinkle. Or it could just be that Gaia did that deliberately. Like maybe it was something that Gaia did to honor a memory or something. Because, you know, Gaia technically had... Well, they didn't have direct control of all this stuff. But still. Also, the music of these credits is... You know, normally I complain about the music in the credits being too loud. This is too quiet. Why can credit music never get the right volume? Oh, God. But... ultimately, I really fucking loved this game. This was really, really, really good fun. Like, when I went in, I wasn't sure I was going to like it, because open world games tend to fall into a lot of traps. Now, not to say that this one didn't fall into any of them. It fell into a few, but none of the really, really bad ones. Like, the world wasn't, like, because it was post-apocalyptic, a lot of post-apocalyptic worlds are very grey, very brown, and very dull. And I do think that the gaming industry has kind of realized that that's not something people want. Because you do have a lot of post-apocalyptic games that are more colorful these days. Not entirely, but mostly. You know. I thought the story was actually really interesting. The way it sort of slowly evolved over the course of the game. From just, you know, a girl who wants to be accepted by her people to a journey to find, or to basically get revenge on the people who hurt her, and then expanding into, oh shit, this is bigger than just me, I guess I better step up and save the sodding world. It's a nice sort of slow escalation of threat, which, like, not a lot of games get it perfect. I wouldn't say this game get it absolutely perfect, but it does get it very well paced. Although obviously it was slower for me because I was running around doing a lot of side questing. And I will say, the side questing felt pretty good too. You know, there wasn't like 1,000 quests in the game, you know, crowned with infinite fetch quests. I'm not going to say there weren't fetch quests, because there were fetch quests in the game, but they were a lot more interesting. It felt closer to like Greedfall than it did to, say, what's a really bad RPG for quests? Like Final Fantasy 15, for instance. That is a game where it's nothing but fetch quests, you know? Whereas, you know, in Greedfall, one of their mantras for the quest design was literally no fetch quests. So, you know, you're running around, you're talking to people, you're learning about things, or you're sent out to specifically to kill enemies and do stuff like that. And that's what this felt a lot more like. And I do think it's, again, it's something that some elements of the industry are learning, that, you know, fetch quests are okay a little bit, but they shouldn't be the majority of the quests, you know? So, yeah, the industry's sort of learning that slowly. Yeah, I don't know why the music on this is so quiet. It is there. You guys probably can't hear it because I have the game audio volume down naturally anyway. But yeah, so you know, I wouldn't say this game is like perfect, but it does do a lot of things really, really right. And it is that thing of sometimes that's all you need to do. Like, there's nothing in this game that absolutely blew me away. Although I will say the story was very, very good. The story was probably the one element of this game that really hooked me. Because right from the off, it presents you with a very unusual world. And I wanted to know why this world was the way it was. And this game definitely, like, it answered those questions in a very good way. You know, as you followed the trail, you know, you learn more first about your enemies, then what your enemies were planning, and through that you learn more about the world, its history, and like just pretty much all of my big questions were answered, which is, you know, like a good mystery should do that. If you set up a question at the start, then you have to have an answer by the end, and the game accomplishes that, and I think that's fantastic. So I am looking forward to Horizon Forbidden West. I don't know when it'll come out on PC. You know, I don't know if it'll be a simultaneous launch on multiple platforms, or if it'll be like exclusive on PlayStation for a year before getting out, or if it'll be exclusive for longer than that. As I said, this game was only on PlayStation for, I don't know, I want to say 3 or 4 years. I can't remember when it came out. I want to say this was a 2017 game, so, you know, and this came out late 2020, so probably about 3 years. But whether that, as I said, whether that was an exclusivity thing or whether that was a technical thing, I don't know. But, so I will keep my eyes open for Horizon Forbidden West whenever that ends up hitting PC, because I've got no idea if that's even going to happen. I do think there are some PlayStation games that need to hit PC, you know. But, I mean, I didn't really think I'd ever get to play this, but it never really bothered me. But, you know, I have certainly enjoyed the fact that I was able to enjoy it. So, you know, no, wait, does that make sense? It probably makes sense. So yeah, I mean, you know, I have played this game quite a lot when playing it, you know, over the last, I mean, this is episode, or session, I should say, 22? You know, a 22nd session that I've played this. So that gives you a clue of how many hours it was. So that's 65 hours almost of me playing this. So that's a good length. And, you know, most of that is me running around, like, doing side quests, collecting up all the collectibles, and doing all of that stuff. So it's not as though, you know, I didn't go out of my way. Because I remember when I started, I said, I'm probably not going to go out of my way to collect everything. I'll just... Maybe I'll do all the side quests and stuff like that, but I won't bother to find everything. But I ended up just enjoying the game so much, I couldn't not. I enjoyed exploring. I enjoyed looking around at everything, of teasing all the little bits of information. They have made a really enjoyable world here, and I was very happy to spend 60 plus hours in it. Although by the end it was getting to the point where, okay, let's draw a line under this now, because I've got other games I want to play on. Because of course I have. I don't even remember what the next game I've got slated after this one is. But I'll get to that when I get to that. So yeah, I don't know how much more of the credits there are left. We're only into the IT people here apparently, so that's a thing. Oh no, we're into special thanks. Special thanks could well be towards the end, although it looks like we're going to have a lot of special thanks. Because you're only up to K there. And that one is... Oh, that's an O at the end. So we're down to O on the special thanks. Of course, special thanks might not necessarily be at the end. Because often it will be like... You have different sections of credits. Or each with their own special thanks section as it goes on. But... I don't know what else, if anything, there is. But yeah, really fun. Really enjoyable game. Worth looking into. I did note a few minor bugs. There were some frame rate drop moments. And the game likes to spend 15 minutes optimizing shaders at least once a week when I turn it on. Usually it happens after my graphics drivers update themselves. But sometimes it'll just happen randomly anyway. Apparently it just boosts loading time, which I don't know if that's true, but maybe it does. But yeah, I mean, seriously, I honestly hope that these devs got the acclaim they wanted with this game, because it's a good game. You know, it's hard to make an open world game that actually, it stands out and doesn't get boring, because there's so many open world games now. Because it's, I've had conversations with people about this. I feel like open world games are a very easy way for developers to put a lot of content into a game with less effort than crafting a longer storyline. I don't necessarily know if that's true, but that's the way it looks. Especially when you get, like, 1,000 Assassin's Creed games and all that stuff. Anyway, thank you for playing, and thank you for making. I as I say, I did enjoy this. Oh, PC credits, apparently. Yeah, okay, fine. We can skip those, I think. Come on, skip. I don't need PC credits. I appreciate the thought, but I need PC credits. Oh no, is it still alive? Of course it's still alive.
old friend. Remember me? We've still so much to discuss. So much you never revealed. Your masters, for example. The ones who sent the signal that woke you. Knowledge has its rewards, don't you think? Well, let's begin.
Oh, that can't be good. Huh. Because that's one of the metal devils, the Pharaoh robots. The really big ones. Ooh. Silence, what are you planning? I know for a fact he's in the next game because you see him in the trailer for Forbidden West. So that's interesting. So, was that Hades that he captured in... I don't know how the fuck he did that. Was that Hades, or was that the virus he just captured? I mean, he does say hello old friend, but I guess it depends on if there is a distinction between Hades and the virus, or if they're just like one and the same now. Because it was definitely stated that Hades was influenced by an outside signal. Hades was the one that was infected with the virus, the original virus, and he then like threatened to destroy the entire Gaia project. So Gaia sacrificed herself to destroy Hades. Obviously it didn't work because Hades survived in some way, and all the other parts of the Gaia system were sort of released, and they're sort of out there in the world by themselves. So I'm assuming that's probably what the next game in the series is going to be about. I do hope they don't drag this out for more games than just a trilogy. I would love this to be a nice self-contained trilogy of games, and I think they could pull that off. Because, you know, you've had the introduction, you know, you've introduced the world, you've told us how the world came to be like this, and you've given us the problem. The problem of all these separate AI entities separated from Gaia. So the goal is to A, resurrect Gaia, and B, reconnect all her wayward kids, if you will, all the little AIs that she was supposed to be keeping in check, reconnect them back to Gaia, and then have her fix the problems with the world. That feels to be the ultimate goal. And I think we could easily get there with a trilogy if in the next game there are multiple parts of Gaia that you can like interact with. Like, they don't all have to be bad guys as well. Like, some of them obviously will. Like, we know about Hephaestus. There's also, like, we know about Apollo was erased, but it might not be completely erased. They could bring that in the third game, being like, oh, like, Apollo's, archive was erased, but, you know, technically it's still got its memory, and we can bring the information back. And, like, that could be your goal for the third game. I could imagine that. You know, as well as finally bringing Gaia back to life. So, I could easily see a trilogy of games coming out of this. I hope they don't drag it on too far. Because, you know, when you start getting to a game series that gets to like 5 games, 6 games, it starts getting tired. A trilogy is a nice self-contained thing. It allows for evolution of the concept without it growing too stale. Now, congratulations on defeating Hades and protecting Gaia's dream of an Earth reborn. State the world has been restored to just before the looming shadow prior to the final battle of Mudarin. Keep all your loot and experience of your successful playthrough. Additionally, New Game Plus has been unlocked, granting the option to play the game again from the beginning with all the loot and skills you've accumulated throughout this playthrough. New Game Plus loadout of your current inventory and skills has been created. To play in this mode, simply choose New Game Plus option. In the menu, you can also create new loadouts via the pause menu in the game. Thank you for playing. Well, as I say, thank you for making. Well, there we go then. Where am I right now? Ah, it's the road into Meridian. Well, there you go. New main quest, the Looming Shadow. You don't get a lot of experience for that, do you? Still, I'm only a quarter of a level away from hitting level 60, which I'm assuming is max. Like, I don't know for a fact if level 60 is indeed the max level that you can get, but... So, yeah, in terms of all that stuff. More resources? Really? Let's see anything new in here. Must be something tagged as new in here somewhere. Oh, what's that? Ah, Deathbringer lens. Yeah, you don't get to fight many Deathbringers. Which is probably for the best, all things considered. But yeah, because we had got all the skills, so it's not like I need the points. But yeah, so the last quest just repeats infinitely, I suppose. But that's fine. Okay then, well, you know what? It's 5 o'clock, but I think this is a decent enough time to stop. We've had a couple hours out of it, so I feel like I've done decently on the stream time. So yeah, just in general, I've already sort of said my piece about the game. It's really good. I really like it. Would recommend. You know, if you're not really interested in it at full price, it'll probably go on sale before too long. I don't see any particular reason why it wouldn't. Yeah, it's just really, really, really good game. So many icons to explore and see. Boy, howdy, aren't there? Yes, and I will say the DLC was pretty good too. Like, technically more of the same, but I did like some of the additions. Like, I like the expanded lore and all that stuff. I think it was sort of nice how they built on top of it. And as I said, just I coincidentally happened to play it at just the right time. So, yeah, I know I didn't technically get like all the hang on, yeah, all the data points. There's a whole bunch of shit missing in here. Like, yeah, these things are just scattered in the wild, and you just got to stumble across them. I may do a run to get all of those myself at some point, but that's not really a biggie for the sake of that. And hey, look, game completion 92.06%. Yeah, it's mostly just because there's just a few things I missed here, there, everywhere. So yeah, it's fine. It's good. It's all wonderful. So, statistics. Does it have a game time? Yeah, time played. There you go. 61 hours. I played this game for a lot. I suppose the sort of difference time probably includes. Well, no, it can't include cutscenes. It'd be more than 6 hours. Actually, no, it might include cutscenes. Maybe it includes cutscenes. Maybe it includes times I paused, because it does all add up over time. Anyway, we will leave it there for today. Thank you all for watching, everybody. I do hope you have enjoyed this, and I will see you all whenever I next see ya. Take care out there, everybody. Bye-bye.